What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on none other than NAS100. And with that being said, let's get right into the charts. So the first thing, hold on, I just fucked up my monitor real quick. There we go. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mark up the previous day's highs and previous day's lows, which is going to be right over here. We got the previous day's high, boom. Then we got the previous day's low over here. Boom. We're going to get our Asian session range. Let's see. It's not going to be, this will be a little bit weird. So the Asian session range is going to start from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight. That is what I personally use as my Asian session range. Other people might do it till 2 a.m. to the beginning of London session. Other people might start it a little bit earlier. But me personally, I do it from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight New York time. And now I'm going to get the 12 a.m. open, which is going to be right here. So now that we got the 3-point outline, there's going to be a few areas in price that I just want you guys to bring your attention to that are going to be very important. So for one, this high, and this low. These are going to be the main important parts in my opinion, but we're also going to be using other things for this trade. So I'm going to be using this high. Why? Because this is the previous day's high. This low, because this is the previous day's low. Now you could also use this high if you really want to, but me personally, just based off of how I trade, I like to use specific areas in price. So even though this high is started to move, this is the high that started to move from the previous day's high. So why am I going to have that? Because I'm going to be drawing a fib from that high all the way to the previous day's low, and we're going to draw it over, and boom. We're slowly getting some confirmations now. You're kind of getting a little bit of a picture painted on why price did what it did here, because mind you guys, I was able to catch this short up here. I didn't hold the full thing, unfortunately, and I will get into why I didn't hold it soon. But if you go to the lower time frame, you're gonna see it was a lot of consolidation happening, mind you. And I was trading this on the 1 minute time frame when I was trading it. So mind you, it might not look as bad now, but during all of this, right over here, let me zoom in. Where was it at? Right up here. During all of this, I was holding for this entire time. I was holding this trade. Then it finally started to push down. I took some profit and then it kept going, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I ended up having a break-even day. I didn't lose none, didn't make anything, but it is what it is. Part of the process. But now we're going to get back into this, and we're going to just overall break down why I was expecting price to fall from here. So for one, you see that we have the fib long, the fib short, I mean, from the previous day's highs to the previous day's low. That is one confirmation we have. We also have the high of the day being created at 9:45 in the morning, well, 10 a.m. in the morning. So we have time of day. We also have the 12,800 big figure level at the fib short. And this is when price overall just started to push down. So now let's start to annotate it. So all the things we have the high of the day at 10 a.m. Plus we have the 12,800 rejection along with the fib short. And also, we're going to go to a slightly higher time frame to see if there was any other confirmations. 30-minute, don't see nothing. On the 1 hour, I do not see, didn't tap into that. Let's go to the 4 hour. And the 4 hour actually does have something that I do want to see. So I'm going to zoom on in. Zoom on in for you guys. It's like this. Move this over just slightly, just so you guys can see under it. So you can see this is where the wick filled into. Now what I want you guys to do is look to the left. What do we see? For one, I have from that candle, this candle's low. So from this high of the candle to this candle, that is going to be a fair value gap in the market. And as you can see, look how price filled in that fair value gap almost to the T. To the T. We're going to go back to lower time frame and look at that. We filled in that entire fair value gap also. So we have that fib short plus we have 4 hour fair value gap filled. And this is what then led price to falling even lower. Just like that. Boom. So we had the fair value gap get filled at 10 a.m. after we traded into 12,800 and the fib short after we filled the 4 hour fair value gap. So this is what then led price to overall having this drop that it did. So now we're going to move on to right after what happened. So let's say you didn't catch this move and you're still looking for potential short move to catch. So now we're going to be using this high because this is the high of the day and the start of this downtrend move and this low here. Simply, what you're going to do is you're going to pull your fib from that high to this short to this low right here. You're going to pull out the 38.20% level, which is a continuation level. And you can see this is where price ended up retracing back into. We filled in, came down, dropped below the 12 AM open, came back above the 12 AM open, gave you a premium price for price to trade into. It did, came into 38.20%, and then from here, price ended up continuing its downtrend. So let's annotate that fib short, 38.20% rejection, along with being above the 12 AM open, giving us a discount, well, premium price to sell at. And from here, price ended up continuing to run lower, targeting the previous day's low, which is a good target since we were bears. Previous day's low did get targeted, so we're going to annotate that also. We have the low of the day at 21, which is about 9 o'clock. So the low of the day at 9 o'clock after clearing the previous day's low, and also pay attention to where we are price-wise. 12,500 big figure level. So now let's annotate that. So at 9 o'clock, we have the low of the day at 9 p.m. Plus, we also had the previous day's low false break because we came right above it after we cleared that low, along with 12,500 big figure level rejection. And also, what else do we have? We also cleared the Asian session range if you look to the left. Plus AR low false break because we did also come right back above that also. There we go. These were all of our confirmations for this specific area and price right here. So here, let me back this all out a little bit here. And actually for this fair value gap, I'm going to create something a little bit different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this line here. I'm going to make it gray. Yeah, it's going to be gray. And I'm going to put text fair value gap. Just like that, and I'm going to put it all the way on the right side. Right top. There you go. You got the fair value gap. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to clone it real quick. Boom. Boom. Now I got two of these. I'm going to put it right below here. Now instead of having this blue box for the fair value gap, you can see it by the line right there, fair value gap. So we filled in the fair value gap at 10 a.m., 12,800. We tapped into. Also had the fib short from the previous day's high that we drew all the way to the previous day's low, and we filled in that fair value gap. From there, this is what led price to have this drop, targeting the London session lows. That is one thing that happened. So let's put this here too. We had the London session lows cleared, and when you're looking for reversal trades, this is something that you always want to target. When you're having a New York reversal trade, always target the Asian session lows or highs, or you could target the London session lows or highs, because what you need to understand about these session highs and lows is that there's going to be a lot of liquidity lying above and below it, along with the previous day's highs, previous day's lows, weekly highs, weekly lows, monthly highs. There's going to be a lot of liquidity above and below all of these areas. So as long as you use these as targets, you're always going to more than likely get those areas tapped into. That's why I also use big figure levels as targets. That's just a little tip for you guys to use. So after we targeted that, price came down. We didn't tap and clear this Asian session low yet. Came up, had the retracement for the fib short at the 38.20% level. At what time was this? This was 13:45, so 1:30. Let's annotate that. 1:30 p.m. So at 1:30 p.m., we had the fib short at the 38.20% above the 12 a.m. open. Then from there, we dropped below, consolidated a little bit before eventually targeting the previous day's low and making the low of the day at 12,500 after clearing the previous day's low along with clearing the Asian session low. So that is what then happened today. So now let's get the schematic of what happened. We had the Asian session range. Boom, 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 boom. Then we had a push up, created the high of the day during New York session. From here, price dropped all the way low, had a small retracement before eventually running below that Asian session low. So from right here. And today was a bearish New York reversal. And like I said, even though I did have a break-even day, unfortunately I did catch the high of the day when I did go short at 12,800. Let me find out exactly where my original entry was. So on FTMO, my entry was at 12,793, and I was able. Was that it? Yeah, and I caught 41 points, almost 50. That's what I was risking. I was risking 40 points on that trade. I got out at 1-to-1 because it was consolidating, and then from there, I got out right here, somewhere around here. I got out. Then price eventually kept coming lower, hit around my TP3. Unfortunately, then I tried to go in for the long and ended up getting stopped out. And then it was just break even day for me. But nonetheless, it was a pretty good day, productive. Nonetheless, I did learn from it. So as long as you're able to learn from these things that you do on a daily basis and learn from your trades, there's no right or wrong, or not right, wrong, bad or good day, in my opinion. As long as you're improving 1% and you're not just like blowing your whole entire account every day, then I think you're doing good consistency wise. Because to be consistent, you just got to do the same thing over and over again to the point where you gain the confidence to keep executing these things and gaining the experience to have the confidence because you've seen it happen multiple times. But with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys. This is the daily range case study for June 6th. It is 12 in the morning right now, so it's been a long day, but nonetheless, I will be up in about 6-7 hours to go live again with you guys in the morning. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form. If it was, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you join the Telegram. The link is going to be in the description if you haven't already. And that's really it. Hopefully everyone had a good week. Hopefully everyone's having a good week so far. Hopefully everyone has a good week and continues having a good week. And with that being said, let's have a productive week, and I'll see you all in the morning.